There we go. Alright, we are back.
We just lost an episode.
Which is fine, because one advantage this game has over the last one is you can replay missions. So we will be doing that and re-recording those missions, and then this will be uploaded after that. But don't worry, we'll explain everything. Random dash, bitches!
Just know that if we, go back to it, or, because we're gonna post the other episode, so you'll be hearing about this after that episode comes out, of where we replayed the mission. But if we have things that we didn't do before, it's because we don't remember what we did.
Yeah.
So, completely our fault, our mistake. We'll try to be more careful.
Mostly mine, but
Because I'm not recording. I'm just here to. I'm just here for the show.
Yeah. Oh god. Ow. Back.
Yeah.
Someone's been a no fucking joke. Do that with badass.
Man, I don't even know what I did, but it worked. Okay, you do you.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Sometimes I love these Discord servers, and sometimes they... I don't know if I should say what they said in here, because it could be taken weirdly.
Everything can be taken weirdly out of context.
Do you want to hear what's going on?
Yes.
So, they said, a situation of not actually cosplay drama on Twitter. Someone that did a body paint Danny Phantom cosplay is trying to, shit on someone else for stealing from them, and it's completely stupid. Essentially, it's this argument. I'm black and did a cosplay of an iconic character pose with their catchphrase, and then I saw someone white do it, and that means they stole from me, and that is racist. That's essentially what this drama is boiling down to, which is stupid because that is not what it is. That character is iconic for a reason, and multiple people are going to do that.
Oh yeah.
So, just, can we stop, pulling that card? Like, I get it, there is racism in the world, but you can't use it for everything, okay? Because that's a bit prejudiced towards the person that was just trying to do the same thing that, like, it's not exactly the same because they're just doing exactly what the character does in the TV show that they loved, and you're getting onto them because they're white. How is that, any different from what's been done in the past? There are people out there preaching that, we shouldn't
I cleaned up that
judge,
you took of the map.
Looks
like the underground are squatting
black people for cosplaying characters that are white and stuff, and or the other
hello.
or the other way around, and then you have people that do this, and it just totally negates what some of the messages are, And I get it, not everyone's like that, I understand, and I'm not trying to get all about it. I'm just saying, it makes no sense. Because that's a popular child show.
Yeah. Anyway. Some gadgets.
So, are you trying to get new suit?
Yeah, because... So, fun fact about Miles and this game.
What about a theater?
A number of the suits, I think it's about 9 of them, are all designed by Insomniac. And then the ones that aren't are...
That's where she hit the new form. So that's my next stop.
Well, 2 of them are literally just from variant covers of different Miles comic books.
I'll add the hideouts to my to-do list.
And one of them is the 2020 suit that we unlocked a couple episodes ago. And then the other one is another one that I'm really wanting to unlock. I need to find one of the crashes and doing what everything's for. But that is fine. So we're headed to the gym theater.
Woo! Okay, I don't know what to talk about besides the... In a previous episode, I stated that the whole dilemma I was having with my fanfiction that I'm writing has been solved, and I'm now writing it because creative juices.
You all remember
but
Wilson
like,
Fisk, don't you? The so-called
you'll never hear
kingpin
it.
of crime. I'm
Oh
told
God.
he's getting 5-star treatment in his cell, which is nicer than Jared's apartment, while his shark lawyers appeal his conviction. But it seems there may be some justice in the world after all, because a new Daily Bugle expose reveals that his now dilapidated Fisk Tower, which is scheduled for demolition in the new year, has been taken over by squatters. And isn't it just perfect karma that this garish monument to the ego of a guy who always felt he was above the law has been overrun by a bunch of freeloading bums? Next thing you know, Spider turned the joint into his personal headquarters. Now, how does it feel to be hoisted
Nah,
on
he's
your
got his house for that,
petard,
man.
Wilson?
Yeah.
No, Jared, that is not an obscenity. Read a book!
I mean, some of the things...
Darren DePaul, man. I love him. I was so
Some of
happy
the
that he
things
could
he
make it.
says can be put into real life. No, that's not a slur or a profanity. Read a book. True. That's the
Yeah.
truth right there.
This will make something useful.
Also, Ember, if you were doing that text-to-chat thing, we are not hearing it.
Yeah. It's been taken over by freeloading bums. Love
Like,
that
it's so finicky, it's not even funny. It's a new party system.
Oh, the new party
I
system
really
sucks.
think
Hear me,
really think they
Sony.
should've- instead of, you know, instead of, you know, dealing with the party thing, they should have tried to do something about the recording incident, because the share play button's a bit weird.
Finicky.
Yeah, it's a bit finicky. Like, maybe add an option for the share play, like, or the recording to where you press options, and like it can go, do you want to stop and save recording? Like, that would be. Then again,
Or put it in the
It would-
PlayStation button menu. You
yeah.
know, like you hold down the PlayStation button menu, and then there it is.
But I get it. You know, I get it.
Yeah, so I don't want that, sadly. Boom.
That's what you
Okay.
get for harassing people.
Why not? Let's hear.
I might end up posting this story on Archive of Our Own as well. Maybe even Wattpad. Because Quotev doesn't really have a lot of comments unless it's like a reader insert.
Someone who's looking into the underground? She's on the line.
Mhm.
Is it Danny?
Hi,
Both of us.
Spider-Man. I'm Danica Hart. I'm planning a podcast series on the underground, and your tech guy said you needed help with them.
Oh, wow. I'm a big fan. I'm actually at one of their hideouts right now. Any advice?
You're a fan? Wow. Okay. Sorry. Their hideouts are radio dead zones, so police can't coordinate a raid. If you disable the jammers, I can alert the police and get them shut down.
I'm on it. Thanks for the help.
By the jammers.
She's so adorable.
I feel like that's me. Why does that feel like me?
I don't fucking know. Also, fun fact, it's very briefly, like, blinking you miss it. She is actually at, like, in the start of the game, when he goes to Teo's bodega, she is the one that emerges from his bodega with the purple hair and everything. Again, blinking you miss it. Wouldn't even recognize her, because, of course, it's right at the start of the game and we haven't been introduced to her yet, but she's there. that was her, and I was just
Awesome.
that was awesome. Yeah, right. Insomniac, attention to detail is their whole thing.
Oh, see, now it's the text is popping up, Ember. It's just not going through the chat.
That's gonna be annoying for the recording.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fat
Yeah.
mood.
I don't know how you got two things in here, by the way, because it says there are 2 of you. Nope, never mind. It says there are 3. I'm looking on the phone. It's not updating well.
Now what's that? Go check it out.
Oh, you joined from your phone.
Beck, any updates?
Got it.
Hello?
Yeah, it just takes a bit for it to
Someone make
like
sure she's
load
alive.
up on my phone as
Goddamn
well.
big, man.
No one's here.
More! We need more people! Why are there always
No,
more
you
of them
don't.
than there are of me?
I was listening to Critical Role, right?
Hey, Spider-Man. I ran a custom search
And,
of his
address
address with some underground
It got to
specific theories.
this part where they were in a battle, and the character Bo, she got to take
The underground and Tombstone
down
recruited a few jobs together. Robberies, hits, carjackings. There was a falling out when a member
update
killed one of Tombstone's guys.
on the other thing,
underground were outgunned.
by the way.
Until the Tinkerer came along.
Yeah.
As
By
I
then,
said, that makes
Tombstone was in
absolutely no
prison,
sense
so
at
they were
all,
able to
and
sweep in here, no
and they
problem.
go, it doesn't, but they got a bunch of normies, people that don't do cosplay or just completely forgotten about all that, that have no clue who Danny Phantom is, whipped into
That
a
was
frenzy,
awesome.
apparently.
I mean, why would they
How
do
do
that?
they not know who that is?
I mean, easily. No, more my thing is, let people cosplay who the fuck they want to cosplay. God damn. Like, so long as they're not doing like
Cancel culture
blackface or
because it's
shit.
not-
But,
Yeah.
you know, so long as you're not doing blackface, cosplay who you fucking want.
It's honestly not fair
Yeah.
sometimes. Like, I get it. I get some of their complaints with, like, TikTok and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I get some of their complaints. I legitimately do. But to do that on Twitter and whip up people that aren't in the culture of anime or cosplay in general, or that honestly don't know that Danny Phantom is a TV show,
You know.
which it was really popular. All they have to do is type in Danny Phantom, because to be fair, as a cosplayer, no one can technically steal from you unless you make a costume for a character that they've never worn. And even then, artists have probably been making it, you know? Someone could make it out of normal clothes and other people can copy that, you know? It's honestly a thing of if you're doing the character by their actual costume, like how Danny Phantom wears a certain clothing or his suit that he wears when he goes ghost, you know, that it is it's not yours to say it was stolen from you, because technically speaking, you got it from a TV show that was very successful.
I mean,
So you can't.
I mean, it's more become a cult hit at this point
Why are there always more of them
because,
than there are of me?
Yeah,
you know,
because no one knows about it anymore. But still, it's
Hey, Spider-Man.
someone
I ran a
else's.
custom search of his address with some underground specific
And
theories.
people
This used to be a
have been
Tombstone
cosplaying it
Whoa.
for a good while
What's the
too.
history there?
The underground and Tombstone recruited a few jobs together.
Did you just
Robberies,
reveal
hits,
yourself?
falling out when a
fucking
member
did.
killed
Do you
one
not
of
see what one of my
the
challenges is?
underground were outgunned.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Venom
By then,
Smash.
Tombstone was in prison, so they were able
It's
to
a
sweep in
fun
here, no
move.
problem.
Oh god,
Anyways.
so dude.
But like, it's honestly, It's on, like, do your research. Do your damn research. That's all I'm saying. Like, and some cosplayers do cosplay their own character. At that point, it is stealing, but Danny Phantom is not your own character. I'm sorry to say that, but he's not.
God damn it. Goddamn snipers. Trying to find
Danny Phantom is a cartoon character that was out for a long while on Nickelodeon? I think it was
Nickelodeon. Butch Hartman, and, you know, his series of shows that he had on Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon owned it. That's like someone cosplaying Deku and then someone else cosplays it and it's in the hero suit and they're like, you stole it from me. No, they didn't. You stole it from someone else. Cosplay is normally allowed because people say, you know, oh, I'm cosplaying from an anime, it's not my own character. And then there are some people that cosplay their own character and they're like, oh, what anime is that from? It's not an anime, it's my own character. That you can say was stolen from you if someone takes it. But you can't say it if you're cosplaying something from a TV. Because everyone does, like, there are people that do body paint cosplay, there are people that make clothes and wigs for the cosplay.
Make sure Kelsey's all right.
Eso me gustó.
You can't claim it.
Yeah.
I mean, some cosplayers make money off of it because they get to, like, model it, or they're hired to do, like, panels and stuff, I guess. Like, I don't know how they make their money. I do know there are some cosplayers that can make their money from it. So, but still,
Spider-Man. I ran a
it's a type of thing where, like, there's always toxic people in different communities, and I'm like, at this point, I'm just saying y'all need to stop being so toxic.
Basically. But it's also, Twitter is like a cesspool of toxicity at this point. God damn it.
Well, it's not just Twitter, it's also anime fandoms, like,
No, it's fandoms. It's just fandoms.
It's fandoms in general. But, like, I've been in some fandoms where they're not toxic at all, and then all of a sudden something changes because more people get in on it, and they're like, oh, gatekeep. Stop gatekeeping. You can't. You can't gatekeep an anime because guess what? If you do that, that anime is now not getting as much money, which means it probably isn't going to continue for a long while. You know what I mean?
Gatekeeping is a terrible practice, yes.
It really is. Like, you're gonna keep them from a fandom, which is the way that people continue the anime when it's no longer in process, so that they have the hopes of maybe, you know, maybe continue the anime, but then you got gatekeepers and stuff, and they're the reason that the anime will never continue. And that's a sad fact.
Indeed.
And some fandoms just become toxic out of nowhere, and like, I'm tired of it. Like, I understand if you have a comfort ship, I get it. Don't look at any other ships, but don't bash on people for shipping other things. Yes, I'm talking to you, My Hero Academia.
Yeah. By then Tombstone was in prison, so they were.
But I mean, it's not all bad. Like, you know, there's Yagami Yado, which I love listening to her stuff. It calms me down. It comforts me because it's made to do that. It's not made to sexualize characters who, by the way, My Hero Academia is a fucking flashback.
Yep.
They're adults now. Shut their mouths. So your arguments of sexualizing minors is invalid.
Yep.
Because it's a flashback story. It is literally stated, I think, I haven't read the manga, but I know for a fact in the beginning of the anime it stated, this is the way I became #1 hero.
Yeah.
So, it's a flashback. The entire show, flashback. That means Todoroki, Bakugo, Deku, they're all adults.
Yep.
Probably married already. Probably
not to each other, but maybe.
I mean, it depends on how the manga goes, but all I'm saying is right now we don't know the facts about their future. You know, we don't know their facts, but we do know they're adults, and Deku's already the #1 hero when he's telling this story. So, y'all need to stop getting onto cosplayers and fanfiction writers and Yagami.
Goddamn swordsman.
No,
Trying to dodge the snipers.
no one's really gotten onto her until she went into another fandom, which when I got into that fandom wasn't that toxic, but now they're being extremely toxic to her, and they're all stating that, oh, they're uncomfortable because you're aging up these characters. She's not aging them up. They're already aged up. She just says aged up for the people like you who don't get the nuances of the manga. They're
You are
adults now.
fucking morons.
They are. It is literally stated that this is the whole anime and manga are a flashback.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're seeing is a flashback, and everyone that's aged up the characters is actually doing their canon age. If Deku's still the #1 hero, he's probably in his late 20s, maybe middle 20s, or, you know, early 30s. He could be around that age. We don't know what age he is, but we do know he's not a minor. Also, I would like to point out, in the manga, they are 16. Right? And, let me just go ahead and look up,
Lights out for you.
what age is...
Search. Check the perimeter.
We need more people!
Why are there always more?
Okay, well now it's considered to be 18.
Hey, Spider-Man.
Oh, that's really weird.
What?
Hold up.
This used to be a tombstone.
Actually, Japan says age of adulthood is actually considered 20. But age of consent is younger than that. So I guess like voting was 20, and they're lowering that to.
Tombstone was in prison, so they were able to sweep in here, no problem.
I guess they're lowering that into 18, but that was back from 20. Okay. Alright. Age of consent. I'm gonna read this right now. This was an article written in 2018.
God damn it.
In both of Japan's territories, the Okitoran Islands and Marcus Islands, the local age of consent is 13 years old.
So that was my noise of disbelief.
The consent in Japan has no close in age exceptions. Partners who engage in sexual relationships with a person aged less than 13 years can be prosecuted. Can we all? So let's look at that, because there isn't any recent articles talking about it, right? Right? For Japan, but the most recent I see right now is the 2018 article. I'm not seeing any other articles. And it says Japan's age of consent, which is the second lowest in Asia. Apparently in Philippines it's 12, so we all need to take a step back.
Understand that
To
people
those
have
of
different
you-
cultures.
We all need, like us in America, need to stop criticizing cosplayers for dressing up a certain way or shipping certain people when that's the age of consent. And we need to stop criticizing fan fictions that we all know you read.
Spider-Man. I ran a custom search
Because
for
if you're going to criticize people creating ASMRs for these characters and their cosplays for how they dress the characters a certain way, why not criticize fan fictions and fan art? Because I can guarantee you there's a lot dirtier fan art out there than what Yagami Yado has done. But the only reason that was brought up to her was because she went into the Bungo Stray Dogs fandom, and I am disappointed in y'all. Because I have definitely seen fan arts way worse than what she did.
You take this.
Okay? So y'all need to calm your tits, stop trying to gatekeep your anime because that's what's gonna get it canceled. Or no longer valuable up in America. You're never gonna get a dub, and I know some of you are fine with that, but guess what? America and other countries also do the sub. Yeah. People also do sub over here. And if Japan does really well in itself, but then it's like, well, over here there's not a lot of watching.
Actually,
maybe we don't sub it.
So, there was actually a Tumblr post about Japanese guys watching like Western animation, right? And they were talking about the King of the Hill dub, and they said the English dub is better with subtitles. The Japanese translation just feels a bit off. So even Japan was kind of like, you know, subs better, but dub's still good. So
yeah.
Again, people gatekeeping dub versus sub can get the fuck out. But that's also brought on by Crunchyroll not having a lot of dubbed anime.
Yeah.
Experience.
Which is why I watch stuff from Funimation and all that, you know.
Yeah, but fuck their ads.
Yeah. I mean, there's other sites out there that are legal to watch because, you know, the thing's been out for a long time, you know.
Speaking of
and
ads,
they have permission to do it.
fucking Rooster Teeth now have ads with their videos for Ruby and everything.
They've had ads. They have ads on their website.
Yeah, but I'm talking like mid-episode ads. They never had. Oh shit.
Yep.
They never had. Thing with Red vs. Blue and Ruby.
They had ads. I thought Red vs. Blue was complete. Well, I mean, most of it's completely on YouTube.
No, it's not anymore.
Enrique, how's it look?
What do you mean it's not anymore? Hold up. Because I still find playlists.
No, from volume 16 onwards, it's no longer on YouTube. It's just teasers,
okay, yeah. But the character, the Caboose in them.
No, yeah.
That series is all. A good bulk of it is there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, Rooster Teeth has always had ads on their website, and you can't get rid of them unless you're a premium member. Which I get it, you gotta make money, but.
I ran a custom search of this address with some underground specific queries. This used to be a
Whoa.
What's the history there?
The Underground and Tombstone's crew did a few jobs together. Robberies, hits, carjackings. There was a falling out when a member killed one of Tombstone's guys.
So, yeah, like, honestly, the gatekeeping needs to stop, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Because without the fandom gaining new people, it'll never continue. It honestly will die out.
Yep. And I've seen it happen.
Yeah, there have been plenty of like fandoms that I've come into way late in the game, and like I have to get new people in to restart the fandom, and that's when the old people will come back.
Do you have like a sound guy to write your intro?
I've seen it happen. And then there's those animes that don't have a lot of fans because it's not as, you know, it's not all there.
That would be amazing. Because I am
you know, but I've like The Gray Man. I would kill to have them continue that anime because it was good. Maybe some of the dub voice actors needed to redo, but it was an older anime, and I legitimately enjoyed it. But the fandom is already a bit, you know what I mean? Because, like, there's no new content besides manga, and it's hard to get a hold of the manga when you don't have the money to do it. I haven't seen any new stuff come up for D. Gray Man. I honestly haven't. Besides new chapters and the wiki page updating. But I've seen the fan fiction side of
God, what
fandoms
was
just
that?
no longer exist. How are you continuously dying?
I'm trying to dodge the snipers, and then the underground also have grappling hooks that they can use to get to you, and then there's also the sword guys. Because I'm trying to do the goddamn challenges, and it's a mission.
You know, there's a reason I love, like, newer, like, you get what I mean, like, newer anime fandoms in the beginning, because that's when the genuine people come in. But then it gets really popular, which you want, and you have all these toxic people drowning out the actual fandom, unless it's in a fan fiction, which then they don't give up about because it's a story. But another thing that y'all need to stop doing is stop criticizing fan fictions, because oh, that never happened, that's not how he was raised, that's not how he acts. Alternate universes. I think we've talked about this subject before, but honestly, we need more of it. Because sometimes it gets boring to just follow the same thing, you know?
So do you want to hear two separate opinions on Team 4 Star's Dragon Ball Z Abridged from two of the original actors of Dragon Ball Z, if you have not already seen these videos. So at some anime convention, Sean Schemmel was asked about Team 4 Star and what they do and all of that, and he said,
okay, wait. I haven't watched the original Dragon Ball Z,
okay.
so you gotta tell me who these people are.
Sean Schemmel
I couldn't get into it, it was too long.
Yeah, same with me. Sean Schemmel is the voice of Goku. Yes, so Goku himself was asked, what do you think of Team 4 Star and the Dragon Ball Z Abridged series? And he said that Akira Toriyama and Funimation had asked him multiple times to stop, and that he felt that it was a disservice to him, as he, you know, voices the main character, has put a lot of love into this character, and then to see him, you know, changed in such a way felt like a betrayal from the fans. And, you know, was talking shit about how the original creators and everything didn't like it. So
I can understand that point of view. I can understand it. But then again, you have to realize that it's also stated without it, Dragon Ball probably wouldn't have come back.
So, okay. There's that, right? Like, that's kind of an official word on the series from one of the original creators. Goddamn snipers! Fucking hell!
I think you should take out the snipers first.
No, I think I should just stop trying to fight them mano a mano and do the sneaky, stealthy, and just forget the Venom Smash.
Also, we lost share play, so at some point...
Wait, when did we do that?
No, we lost... Not now.
Oh.
We lost share play a little while ago, so at some point we're gonna have to stop this episode.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so that seemed like an official word. Oh, we just lost it again.
Yeah, speaking of losing share play.
Yeah, and he started off by saying that he loves those guys. He thinks what they do is really funny. He thought their Broly episode was absolutely amazing. And was really, you know, really enjoyed watching it. And so when asked what the original creators thought, he said, Akira Toriyama, yeah, like the original writer of Dragon Ball Z, was like, yeah, he thinks they're amazing. He thinks they're really funny. In fact, those of you that watched the Dragon Ball Super movie for Broly will have noticed that Broly's reason for hating Goku is exactly the same as it was in the abridged version. Because Akira Toriyama liked the idea so much that he wanted to use it in an official series. That's half of why the new Broly movie existed. And so, basically, Funimation loved what the guys did at Team 4 Star. They loved what they did, the original creator loved what they did, because they thought it was so funny, but so well done, and a beautiful love letter to the original series. Because, as Vic put it, true fans would put that time and effort into something they love. If it was meant to be, you know, a bullshit parody that was just absolutely nothing and just basically ripping the shit out of Dragon Ball, it wouldn't have come from true fans. But since it came from true fans, it was such a beautiful love letter to the original series.
Yeah.
Like,
I can get the Goku argument about how he's not who he is,
but it's a parody.
It's parody.
Fucked up.
Stop going mano y mano.
I fucked up, alright? Yeah, so Sean was kind of talking out his ass about most of it.
I get his love for the character, but it's still like that's the kind of thing I hate the most, because it's almost like gatekeeping.
It is. It's gatekeeping from one of the original actors.
Which makes no sense. I can get his, like, I don't like how you did the character. I feel horrible that a character I spent time on making come to life, you've turned into this. I get that idea. But, like, there's also, which most artists would have a little bit of an issue, you know, when it comes to that. But, a lot of them don't when it comes to a parody, because they know it's a parody.
As Vic said, he loved what they did for Broly. He thought it was absolutely hilarious.
Like,
and
it's a parody. It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be different while still taking elements from the story.
Yeah, like, okay. Speaking on that episode of DBZA, that's actually one of my favorite episodes, because it's just got some of the greatest lines and the funniest
Honestly, I'm kind
moments.
of wondering what other voice actors thought of it. You know, like the voice actor for Vegeta.
I ran a custom search of this address with some underground specific theories.
Well, Christopher Sabat, who voices God, name an anime character.
There are a lot of those.
Christopher Sabat, who most recently the voice of All Might,
until the Tinkerer came along.
He, you know, probably would think that it is pretty funny with how they've done his characters of Piccolo and Krillin. You know, he voiced those two as well.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows where Dragon Ball Z had such a long history behind it with such a devoted fan base, and when Team 4 Star first started the series, it was the love letter that they wanted to make for Dragon Ball Z, and it's what it feels like. Like, I don't like Dragon Ball Z, it's no secret, but because of DBZA...
I can't watch it. I honestly can't watch it. I understand that Goku's not like he is in the parody, right?
For me, it's just a little outdated.
Yeah, I can't stand how long it takes, and then they had Dragon Ball Z Kai, which kind of sped it up, but it didn't have the same magic to it, you know? Like, it had to be that long, but then it's also like, I couldn't get behind it, and it's not because of the animation, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I like the old animation, it's just I couldn't get into the story. I would probably like the manga better than I did the anime. And I've had animes like that before. Tokyo Ghoul, people will say it's a great anime. I will say it effed up the entire story, because they mixed up the scenes, which they said that was on purpose, but they did it in such a way where it makes no sense.
Yeah.
That's my problem with it. It makes no sense. They've cut out scenes that were really important to character development, right? And then they put a scene in for one of the characters where it showed a bird and she had a disgusted face, where in the manga it talks about why that happened. Like, there's a whole backstory to it, never showed in the anime. They didn't have to put that scene in because it made no sense at that point. You know what I mean? They also censored it. Tokyo Ghoul is not an anime you can censor because it's specifically made to be violent.
Yes.
It's
right.
like censoring a zombie movie gore. You can't do that. Okay? For example, in the anime, in one of the fights, the main character breaks half the bones in the guy's body and leaves him there on the roof for someone to find. In the anime, they one of the guy's teammates, after he breaks like one bone, and by the way he broke his bones is he broke half of them while naming them off. He literally stood there, he had him in a grapple and was like, you've hurt my your sister, who happens to be my best, like my closest friend, so I'm gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna kill you because I'd hurt her, but there's and then he says the exact number of bones. I can't remember it because I haven't read it in a while. The exact number of bones in a human's body, and I say, as suitable punishment, I'm gonna break half of them, and proceeds to name the bones he breaks as he breaks them in the manga. And then the guy's left there on the roof. Obviously, he survives. He's a ghoul with fast regeneration, but he's left there on the roof. Okay. In the anime, someone comes out and saves him. In the second season of the anime, they blur out all the gore in every anime that I've watched with a white streak. It's kind of like the new season of the 7 Deadly Sins, where the blood is now white, yet at some points it's red. It just feels unfinished, which I understand because they had to switch, animators. But it's just, it makes me wonder. Do you think we're at a good stopping point?
Well, the point I was trying to make was that because of Dragon Ball Z Abridged,
it got big. Yeah.
I went out and got the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which is a faithful video game retelling of the original anime, just, cutting out a lot of the fucking filler and making it all side quests. And I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I still don't like the actual anime, but I thoroughly enjoyed what it was. So, yeah, we are at a good stopping point though, because I failed way too fucking much.
Welcome to failing with Dragon. And SharePlay cut out.
Well, that's okay because we're stopping anyway. Bye!